Hello everyone, David Lipsky from Price Chop Land. I want to show you two new properties I have. I'm making one video for the properties because they're not too far apart and they share some similarities. The first is 3.23 acres and the second is 5.3 acres. And when you're on the website, these are the two properties right there. And I'm going to go ahead and show you where they are on the map. So jumping to Google Maps, the properties are in Bledsoe County. As you can see, they're right here where that red dot is. And what's kind of neat is that they're right in the middle of three cities. You got Nashville right over here, Knoxville, Chattanooga. All three cities are booming, so the properties will hold their value really well. Well, I'm also selling them below their market value. Um, and zooming in, so the Cumberland Plateau is basically considered this whole area. So you're right there in the Cumberland Plateau. It's really beautiful. Where the property is mostly flat and level, but there's a lot of mountains nearby. You have Fall Creek Falls State Park right here. So just some pictures of it. When you Google image Fall Creek Falls, that's what comes up. So it's a really gorgeous area. There's a lot of natural scenery, parks. If you're into hunting, there's a lot of that right around there. And so both properties are right over here in this little area, basically right between Pikeville and Crossville, right off of 127, not too hard to access. I'm going to go back to the website and start off with the smaller property, 3.23 acres, and clicking on the listing up here, you have the description, all the information you need, the price. There's owner financing available for a really low monthly payment. Good deal. Right here is the interactive map, which I'm going to jump into in a second. So these are the distances to the towns and cities. There is no HOA in this property. Very low property taxes and free and clear title. So, and as usual, I do list the GPS coordinates, and I list the address of a nearby house, which is right here, 3763 Valley View Road in Pikeville. If you were to put that into your GPS, that'll get you not to the property, but very close to the property. And so I have a lot of really beautiful drone images here. I definitely encourage you to check that out. And the last picture is shows you where the property is in relation to that home. But I'm going to show you more about that by clicking the interactive map right here, and then clicking Go to Map, and it brings you right to the property. The boundaries are outlined in red. So zooming out, you can kind of see and get a feel for the property. It's mostly level, totally wooded, and definitely very private. You know, there's some homes around there, but not too close, so that's a big plus. And you do, as far as utilities, of course, you do have electric that runs along the road, Valley View Road. So yes, there is plenty of space around the property. That's definitely not an issue. That address I gave you before, I believe it was 3763 Valley View Road, is this home right here. And that will get you right about here. My property is just north of that. So it's right over there. And, you know, I encourage you to play around with the interactive map here so you can see kind of what's around. It's definitely interesting to see what all the neighbors are doing with their properties and how they're using their properties. Seems like everybody's using it for a different purpose. But there is no HOA, and you are able to put a mobile home or a cabin or do whatever you want with the property, you know, build on it later and retire on it if you'd like. I'm just going to zoom out so you can get an idea of where it is. It's near Oak Lane. Valley View Road is kind of long. If you wanted to find the property, I'm sure you'd be taking 127 and turning onto this road here. Kind of winds around. This is called Big Spring Gap Road. And it's off of Highway 127, so if you were to turn on that, you'd follow Big Spring Gap Road. Kind of winds around over here. You'd follow this road, I believe it's 2.7 miles, and then you'd make a right on Valley View Road and continue on that until you get to that home where I give you the address. And my property is just after that home or just north of it. So there it is right there. Okay. Okay, so that's what the property looks like from above. I'm going to jump into Zillow now to kind of give you an idea of the property and how well, basically how well it's priced. So going into Zillow, if you were to type in Bledsoe County, of course, and hit search for sale, and what I did was I looked at all land 2 or more acres, and you have a bunch of results, but this is the property here that I'm selling, and it's the cheapest one. So it's a great deal, and also there's owner financing available. 99% of the properties don't have that. And again, if you click that, this is just Bledsoe County, but if you were to click at see all of the properties around, you have hundreds that come up, and mine still comes up when you're sorting it, the price low to high, it still comes up as the cheapest property in terms of price, which is pretty awesome. So now I'm going to jump into back to my website, and we're going to go back to the home page and scroll down to the other property I have in Bledsoe County. It's a little bit bigger, 5.3 acres, and I'm going to click that. And I definitely want you guys to read through the description and all the information. Let me know if any questions come up. There's owner financing on this one too. 6-year term is under $275 a month. So pictures down here. Lots of cool drone pictures. Please check it out. No HOA. It's very similar to the other property. They're only about 2.5, 3 miles apart. So I'm going to click on the interactive map. Click go to map. And there it is. 5.3 acres. And what's nice about it is it might even be even more private than the other property. No neighbors really around the property either. But this is a dead-end road right here, and you're located toward the end of a dead-end road. It's mostly level also, totally wooded, a lot of beautiful trees. It looks like there's evergreens looking at it from above, and not a lot of neighbors. And again, it's kind of interesting to see what the neighbors are doing with their properties. So it looks like you have this looks like it's probably a cabin, small. This looks like a home. It's hard to tell what that is. Maybe some kind of a shack someone just put there to go visit. And there is electric. I believe the electric stops. The last electric pole is right there, so it's right near the property. Very, very close. And yeah, this is Mountain Creek Road over here. So you would take Mountain Creek Road, and you'd have to turn over here. I'm going to go back to the listing on the website. And when you scroll down to the pictures, the last photograph, I kind of gave some directions on how to find the property. So for your GPS, the nearest home is 172 Hill Road, Pikeville, Tennessee. And if you would put that into your GPS, it would bring you to this home right here. So you'd be turning off of Mountain Creek Road onto Hill Road, and that'll bring you right here. But to find my property, you have to continue past that home. Right here, and this is technically Rocky Creek Drive right here. So that's where the property is. So definitely, I highly encourage you guys to visit the property. Just maybe double check with me that it's still for sale, and then go ahead and visit it. So that's the 5.3 acres. I'll jump into Zillow and show you what's for sale in Zillow. So going back to Bledsoe County. So this is all the land for sale in Bledsoe County. I'm going to look at just properties, 5 to 20 acres. And it's almost the cheapest property in the whole county. Really good price, out of a lot. So, it's a very good price, offering owner financing. And a lot of the cheaper properties, they're kind of cheap for a reason. They might have access problems or bad terrain or title issues or bad neighbors, but these properties I'm selling don't have any of those. They come with a free and clear title also, which means if you bought it, you have the option of getting title insurance on that, so that's no problem. Okay, so again, definitely read through all the information. I tried to put as much as I know about the properties here, and check out the photos. I had a drone photographer go there, so we got all these gorgeous pictures of the property. So you can see it's fully wooded. It's got all these gorgeous, gorgeous trees over here, and extremely private. But at the same time, like I said in the beginning, you're right near. There's a lot of things to do. You're right near all the cities and parks. So, I think it's a really good deal. Feel free to look through my whole website and ask me any questions if you have any. And one more thing, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my buyers list. You can find that on the website in a couple of different places. This way you'll get emails of new properties before they get listed for sale. All right, thanks for watching.